My granddad, Irwin Champion, came back from the war and realized that Cleveland County needed some housing. And he had a house on Cleveland Avenue, and he was able to purchase an additional lot on Elizabeth Avenue. And there he made a mini mobile home park. And so that's how the company started. And then my father, Samuel Mark Champion, came in. He started Champion Investments. He was a contractor, so he built some duplexes, bought foreclosures and rehabbed those. And then when I came on board, we grew the property management side and took on more owners and more properties.
My husband Travis started Walker Woodworking back in 1999. He incorporated, and ever since then he's been doing the cabinetry part full time. Both of us locally from Shelby, and we do a lot of high-end custom woodwork.
At Greenbrook, we sell multiple lines of cabinets and different price points and customization abilities. And I'm a kitchen and bath designer, so I would design the kitchen and bath, or the cabinets, and then if it was a custom job, Walker would build it, which is what we did here.
I actually worked for another company for 18, 19 years, and I just wanted to have more for my family. So I started Mr. Pest Control from the ground up. We've been in business now for 6 years.
Pretty much everything I know, I've learned from him. There's been a little bit of stuff that I've retained from school, Cleveland Community College, but pretty much everything I know, I've learned from him.
Been in business about 4 years. I got licensed in 2000. And before that, I was an instructor at Cleveland Community College in the electrical department. So it's not generational, where we started and started with just myself and grew to 5, 6 employees now.
We decided to start Slime Tech. When we did that, we didn't realize initially how much need there was in the community, because people in Shelby were having to go to Charlotte for most of their granite countertops, quartz countertops. And once we had the equipment and started talking to people around and started doing some advertising, we decided to also not only do commercial, but also do countertops for the surrounding areas. Worked out really well. The people here in Shelby and Cleveland County in general have been really receptive. And at this point, we do a substantial amount of our business is local residential, as opposed to the commercial that we also do.
I think some of the challenges that we encountered was how to work around. We had plaster walls, which were beautiful and intact. We wanted to keep those. And so overcoming the idea of you can't take wallpaper that has been painted off the wall and finding a way to make it happen.
We had to turn a dining room into a bar, so that was and that room is a really odd shape, so we kind of had to be creative there. And then in the kitchen, the hood wall, it was, it kind of bumps out. You can't really tell because it's covered in material, but so we just kind of had to be creative to make it all look cohesive. It's really hard to move walls in an older home with plaster walls. So
we wanted to take good care of the surrounding finishes and the surrounding product that was there. We also worked hand in hand with Greenbrook Design and Walker Woodworking to make sure that we were coordinating with them properly. And the bar would be the backlit pink quartz that obviously is all using LEDs. That was coordinated with myself and Walker Woodworking for the surrounding cabinetry, and then also the Snell Electrical for the electrical requirements for the LEDs.
We started with the kitchen remodel. We pulled all new wiring for all the appliances. The outlets, lighting is all designed by our company. I don't believe that there's a room in the house that we haven't touched in some form or fashion.
The interior walls we painted with a dry lock paint to hold back the moisture. And then the basement floor itself, we coated it in epoxy, chipped it, and actually had glitter in it.
Gold glitter.
Yep. And then the ceiling, we tore it down. They had a cover over it, and it just revealed this beautiful wood. And then we painted it and sealed it, and then we put an LVL beam in to hold the structure.
Small business is the backbone of an economy. not just locally but nationally. I think that it's extremely important for businesses such as ours to make sure that we're supported, and in turn, there are things that we can do locally, and we can provide for our clients that you're not going to get services from other areas just due to multitude of difficulties.
We use mainly locally owned companies whenever we can. Obviously, some instances we can't, like our pest control products. They're big manufacturers, but we use these locally owned companies, and it builds relationships within the communities because we know a lot of other people, and then so we can refer people if you have other problems that we can't handle. And then on top of that, it keeps the wealth inside of the community because it's just interchanging somebody's hands inside the community, so it just helps build up our own community.
We're a small company, and we're family oriented, and supporting local family businesses is what it takes to keep small town going. We appreciate the work and being involved in a project like this. Word of mouth is how we advertise our business, and we don't do any other advertising. And the small business side of it, really, the connections you make is what keeps your business going.
And each business within the community supporting each other helps to keep the community strong and together, and to help it grow and continue to thrive by supporting each other.
We're engaging with local families who need a home. We're engaging with local companies who are excellent in what they do, but also it just pours right back into the community. So when you're taking a home that is older and you're reusing, you could look at it through the lens of sustainability, a smaller footprint because we're reusing what we already have, but also we're offering homes instead of just tearing something down. And then you're pouring back into the community, to these local businesses. It's a give and a take. We all have to work together.
Local companies and people that are local to the area, family-owned businesses, understand the significance of their own community better than someone from outside of the region. So I believe that those things are just going to get strengthened over time, and that goes back to being able to communicate with your clientele and communicate the needs and everything.
Residences being built like this, it's just not the same. And to preserve a residence like this for the future this is the history of our town. This is one of the oldest homes in Shelby, and to know that it's going to be here and be part of the community.
I enjoyed my time getting to know the history of our community. I was born in Shelby, so I've always loved this house, but I've never even been up the driveway. So it's very exciting to be able to even be here. I was very excited to do anything I could, and when Elizabeth asked me to volunteer, I just could not turn down the offer.
The tour is to benefit the college. We appreciate their efforts for what they are doing for the community and training tradesmen, because we need more of that. Not everybody needs to go to a four-year college, because you need electricians and plumbers and carpentry. Yes, and that's something that's you can only learn through experience, but you have to have a foundation for that. So we're really appreciative that the college is putting their focus on that.
So most of our high school students have a background at Cleveland Community College. They are afforded that opportunity to go ahead and get their 2-year degree at the local college while they're in high school for free, which is wonderful.
I think with this project, one of the things that we wanted to do is to do something to allow these small businesses to be recognized. So hopefully their business grows from it.
Yeah.
We think that they're very talented. You're showing people that these homes still have values. There's history here. There's more than just a housing structure. There's stories behind it. And that's something with this project that we've been able to do, is learn the history of the prior owners. And we feel like we're connected to them now.
Mm-hmm.
In another generation is going to get to have that benefit in the future.
We think about, we'll never have the opportunity to meet the Huey family or the Gardners, but as you walk through the home and you find little handwritten notes or little items left behind, hidden in little areas, or you find a hidden outdoor or hidden space, you can only imagine what life was like for them. And we just get to enjoy. And as custodians of this home, we hope to pass that on to the next generation along with the stories, so we remember where we came from.